What's up, y'all? This your man Thee Jones, and this is another episode of Unscripted, the hottest podcast on this planet. I want to thank y'all for listening in. There's millions of other podcasts you guys be listening to, but you chose to listen to us. We thank y'all, got love for y'all, and I want to send a special shout out to everybody in the States that's listening across the world. We got people in Germany that's listening, people in London, people in South America, and also our people down there in Dominican Republic. Special shout out to y'all too. Hey man, we are reaching everybody from each continent, and I love it. I love it. This is what I'm doing this for, to reach out to people. You know, if you know somebody who don't know nothing about us, turn them on to us. Let them know what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my truckers out there. Hey, spread the word. You know what I'm saying? Y'all listening to the podcast? Tell your people about us. We here. We also on YouTube now too. Now, if you're trying to reach me, like I said, I'm easy to be found. You can hit me up on X, formerly known as Twitter, TheJones72. Facebook, I'm on the Thee Jones. You can even hit me up on my email address too. I don't care. TheJones72 at gmail.com. You got any show questions? You want to talk to me about something independently or whatever? Hey, I'm not unreachable. I'm not untouchable. You know what I mean? That's what I'm out here for. You know, reach one, teach one. You know what I'm saying? But today I got a special tip that I'm on right now, and it's about the political side of the everything that's going on. You know, I'm not gonna really touch on what's going on in the government right now with the Biden administration and how we're getting ready to come up for this presidential election. I'm gonna get on that later, but we're gonna put that on hold for now. A lot of y'all know, hey, I'm from Texas, and this is basically a lot of stuff that's going on in the state of Texas. Did y'all know that there have been a lot of new laws that's been passed? Some of y'all don't even know. There's been over 1,100 laws have been passed in the 88 legislative session. Do y'all know that? Do you also know there's like 774 that's getting ready to go into effect if it hadn't already gone into effect this month in September? A lot of y'all don't know that, but y'all need to get game. Y'all need to check up on what's going on in the world, in the country, in your state. I mean, hey, a lot of laws has been passed. Nobody knows about it. You know, if you don't hear it on the news, nobody checks into it. Nobody goes, you know, into the Constitution, find out what's going on in a state. Talk to your legislators. Talk to your elected officials. I've written them. I've even called. I've emailed. You know, I've reached out to them. You know, especially with the governor that we have here in Texas. You know, of course, they ain't wrote me back because you probably ain't got the answers that I'm asking for. You know, but anyway, that's another story. I'm gonna get on to that later, but I ain't gonna touch on it right now. Right now, I'm just gonna get on some of the laws just to get y'all hip to it and tell y'all some laws that's been passed that y'all may not know about. But a lot of this that I'm telling y'all, we're gonna be affected by it in one form or fashion or way or the other. You know, somebody's gonna be affected by it. I'm gonna start off with one. House Bill 63 that prohibits anybody from unanimously reporting any injuries to children. Like if you want to report somebody that you see that's neglecting their child or whatever, no more this unanimous. You can't call unanimous and say, hey, this person over here, they're doing this to their kids. Y'all need to send the cops over there, or y'all need to send somebody, some authorities over there to check out what's going on. I see these kids out at midnight. I don't know where the parents are. Somebody needs to check into that. You know, it's in cases like that, it's coming to a halt. From now on, you got to give your name, you got to give your address and your number. When you file complaints, when you even, launch an investigation when one is done, they want all your information, which I don't really think is fair, but and again, it is kind of fair because you don't want any false allegations and false investigations started on parents that's actually trying to take care of their kids, but a person doesn't think they take care of their kids correctly to their standards, so they want to call child protective services on them to get something done. That's not what is there for, people. It's there for kids that's being neglected, kids that need to have some kind of parental supervision that they're not getting. That's what it's there for. But you got a lot of people that's misusing the system, and that's what's hurting us. So, House Bill 63 just landed. So, be on the be on the lookout for it. Also, we got another one, House Bill 393. And what that does, which is pretty good, and I agree with this one. What this does is automatically, if you're a drunk driver and you happen to kill somebody, involuntary manslaughter, like a parent or a guardian of a child or children, you kill them, the parents, you're going to be paying child support for their children. Period. That's what it's come to. And a lot of people are like, oh, no, they don't need to do that. That ain't right. No, it is right. It is right. Because think about it. Look how many people and how many kids are parentless because people chose to get behind the wheel of a car drunk and they have an accident and it results into a person dying. Most of the time, the drunk driver survives. Parents have been killed, children have been killed. Hey, we got to wake up and we got to start taking ownership, start taking, responsibility for this kind of stuff. Who's going to take care of the kids that's left behind if dad gets killed by a drunk driver? Mom gets killed by a drunk driver. What happens to the kids? Somebody's got to take care of them. House Bill 393 has a result for that. So next time y'all get behind the wheel and start drinking drunk, y'all better pay attention to that. It's not right, for these kids to get left parentless. It's not right for anybody to get behind the wheel drunk. That's what Uber's for. I mean, come on, y'all, this is 2023. A lot of this stuff could be avoided. Let's just think before we do. A lot of times I know when you're intoxicated, your thinking is not as normal and is not as clear as it would be. But, hey, we all adults. You take a chance of driving, you risk ending up in a terrible situation. Hopefully not. I really pray that nobody does end up in a situation like that. But it happens. It happens every day. Ain't nothing we can do about that, Stuff is gonna happen, unfortunately. Anyway, let me move on. House Bill 1442. That's based off of a foundation of another House bill that was previously passed. It was Senate Bill 1495 that went into effect earlier. And that gives the police more opportunity, more artillery, more force, and more power to stop a lot of these street racing that's going on. Now, I know some of y'all that's not from Texas, and you may not know exactly what that is, but we've got a problem with what they call street takeovers in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and also in the San Antonio and Austin area. They call it street takeovers. And what happens is intersections get shut down by these individuals that want to get out there and spin out and do figure eights and stunt, show off on their bikes, motorcycles, or show off in their cars, and it's a dangerous situation, and it's bad because it holds up traffic. And I mean, I'm not talking about just about a few cars. I'm talking about massive. A lot of people go out there, spectate just to watch, to film, and see what happens. That's against the law for one. And now we got this law in place that is going to make it even tougher on those that participate in it. So if you one of these people that's holding these, street takeovers, you better think twice about it because not only when you go to jail and face a heavy fine, you can also get your ride towed, and they can also confiscate that too. You don't believe me? Check it out. Go look it up. See for yourself. You know, I'm just telling y'all this just to get y'all hip to what's going on. Some of y'all don't know. Now you know. So, like I said, these street takeovers, y'all got to figure out something else or find something, other place to go that's safer or something like that if y'all gonna do it. I mean, I know kids are gonna do some stupid stuff. We did stupid stuff when we were coming up too. But things are a lot more dangerous and it's worse situations than what it is now. Back, when I was in my teens, back in the, you know, late '80s, '90s, all that. But anyway, that's another thing. One more thing, uh, SB 602, Senate Bill 602. It affects us in Texas as far as with the immigration that's going on down there. A lot of my friends, a lot of my colleagues, people, that I'm cool with, have been telling me about the immigration problems that they having down there in South Texas in the border. I've been out to the border a couple of times, and I've been over to Mexico a couple of times too. So things have changed, from what I've been told. It ain't the same like it used to be. The borders are crowded, overcrowded. And then on top of that, one of my homeboys told me one day he was going to work and it was people sleeping in the back of his truck, his pickup, that came from over the border. So not only do we have border issues, we got these border problems to where, I mean, the Biden administration needs to really step up and do something about this. We definitely need more immigration laws that need to be in progress, that need to be established. That's another story. That's another episode. We'll get to that later. I don't want to, stir off right now. But anyway, this gives the Border Patrol more reliability, more backing, more power. And I thought a Border Patrol was able to make arrests, lawful arrests, and search and seizures. But evidently they wasn't able to. All they could do was just detain you. The actual peace officers can actually make those kind of arrests. But I thought the Border Patrol could do it too. They can now, but at first they weren't able to. So thanks to Senate Bill 602, they got the power to do it now. They can arrest you. I don't want anybody to go to jail or anything like that. Only the criminals, the ones that need to be in jail. But the innocent people, no. So everybody down there, don't take things into your own hands. Call the cops if things get out of control. I mean, I know I've heard all kind of stories about people everywhere, the panhandling thing that's going on. You can't go nowhere without people, just all over begging and, just in bad situations. Even though, I mean, those people, not all of them are bad. They come over here for a better life, like other people from other countries. They come over here, for better lives. But just right now, the stagnant and the situation that's going on, there's a lot of bad people that's mixed in with the good people that's coming. Some people come over here, commit crimes, and then they take their butt right back to Mexico. It happens. It happens. It's unfortunate, but that doesn't mean that all of the people coming over here. A lot of people coming over here for political asylum. They're trying to escape what's going on in third world countries. Way deep down in South America and in Central America. They're not living good down there, so they want to come to America for a better life for themselves and their families, and I can't knock them for that. But anyway, that's going to be another story. We're going to talk about that too, because these immigration laws need to change. They need to be updated, and they need to be fair across the board. And y'all know how I feel about this border issue, but I ain't gonna rant and rave about it. We're just gonna keep on rocking. Um, House Bill 567. It's got the Crown Act bill. A lot of y'all gonna like this. There's so many people that have issues with hairstyles now. A lot of people of color have been wearing their hair like in dreads, twists, and certain places like housing, um, workplaces have taken, I guess, an issue with that, so you can call it, to where they want to ban that. But now this House bill protects that, saying you can't discriminate because a person has long hair, or you can't discriminate because they wear their hair in a way that you may not like it or may feel that it's a distraction, you know, which is good and bad, which is good because if you a business owner and you hire somebody, that person is a representation of you and your company. You know, I'm just saying that's just business wise. If I hire somebody for my business, I want them to look presentable. You know, but if I don't like them having long hair, pink hair, or just whatever, I can't discriminate against them because of that. But a lot of that is happening. So I think it's a good law, pretty good law. It can go either way. But I mean, people shouldn't have to tell people how to wear their hair just because I may not like it or another person may not like it doesn't make it fair. Who are we to judge? Somebody may not like my hair. It's too short or whatever. They may have an issue with it. So what? I got to grow my hair because you don't like it? Sometimes the states get involved with too much, and sometimes we as individuals make a big deal out of nothing. This hair thing, it shouldn't even be a bill that's even passed. It shouldn't even, this is America. You're trying to make this into a third world country or something to where you can't do nothing. The government has to step in and say what's okay and what's not okay. You know, I'm gonna leave that alone because I've been turned into something else and brought up other issues, but that's for another show. Also, House Bill 6 for you dope dealers out there, those that are manufacturing and selling that fentanyl has been killing a lot of these young kids, these teenagers. Y'all gonna end up with murder charges. That's what that House bill is for. So now you sell it, you distribute it, you manufacture it, and somebody dies because of an overdose, and they find out it's traced back to you, you're gonna be facing murder charges. You know, which you should. You don't have no business giving a young kid, these teenagers, death, and that's what you're doing. You know, you're selling dirty products that's giving them death. A lot of these kids are dying because of that. You know, now of course they shouldn't be taking it. But hey, the fact that they are doing it, you know, and then you selling it, you're making a profit off of this. That's not right. So all you fentanyl dealers out there, y'all putting out some bad stuff, you're gonna pay for it because eventually it's gonna trace back to you. Somebody dies, you're gonna be facing murder. I think that's a good law too. They ain't got no business sending that mess anyway. There's garbage, trash. These kids don't need that. They got enough to deal with as it is. You know, and then y'all making some dirty ass products like that and selling it. And then these kids are dying, and y'all think y'all supposed to get away with it? Nah, nah. You know, like I said, man, what's wrong is wrong. I don't care how you look at it. That's not right. And kids, y'all don't need to be buying this stuff. Why are you buying something that can kill you? I know somebody in these schools have experienced, friends dying because of fentanyl, and because y'all hear it in these rap lyrics and y'all see it on TV, and y'all think it's cool. It ain't cool. Ain't nothing cool about drugs. It ain't. You can ask them G's in the penitentiary. They'll tell you. People doing time. There's people that's 6 feet under that's dead. You know, ain't no love in the dope game, whatever side you on, whether you selling it or you using it. You know, that's a That's a dirty world, evil world you want nothing to do with. If you in it, you better get your ass out of it. Because you're either gonna end up dead or you're gonna end up in jail. You know what I'm saying? I'm not judging or anything like that. I'm just telling you what I know. I've been on this earth long enough to know and long enough to see, what it'll do to you. So I mean, hey, if you want it, you better get off of it. Get some help. There's plenty of help out there, plenty of people, plenty of associations, that will help you, if you want it. You want it, you gotta take it. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, House Bill 344 is October Fentanyl Poisoning Awareness Month. You know, so that's another thing we need to look at and kind of consider. You know, I'm glad somebody made that. I'm glad somebody is really paying attention to what's going on with our kids, with our teenagers, with the young people. The young people is what's going to be leading our future in a couple years, 10, 20 years from now. So y'all, we need y'all young people to step up. You know what I'm saying? This world is going to go straight to hell if we don't have some strong young people to run tomorrow. You know, we got to look at everything that's going on right now. Young people, y'all got to step up because it's going to be up to y'all. One day it's going to be up to y'all. Y'all are going to rule the world. And y'all need to have y'all mind right while y'all doing it, not on this fentanyl mess. For real. Anyway, another thing that really gets to me, which I think is just hilarious, Senate Bill 12. It says that anyone that is allowing a minor in a facility to see a performance of drag queens will face some penalties, will face fines. Now, why in the world would you want to bring a minor in a place where a performance of a drag queen is done? Why would you want to do that? I don't understand it. So somebody call me, text me, hit me up or something, let me know. Because your ass need to get a fine if you want to bring some kids in there. I mean, for adults, you 18 or over, go see it all you want. That's fine. I'm not hating against that. It's not my thing, but y'all can go see it if you want to. You're an adult. You know, I do have a problem with minors, the young kids going in there seeing that. I wouldn't want my little granddaughter to go in and see a drag show for what? No, there's too many other educational things that's out there these kids need to be engaging in besides that. You know, that's just my opinion. You know, moving on. Okay. Also, Senate Bill 14. A lot of y'all gonna have an issue with this, especially y'all in the transgender community. It says that no public funds is going to be used for a transgender, a person that's transitioning to a male or transitioning to a female. You're not going to be able to use public funds to back up that, to do what you're trying to do. Any kind of transitioning you're doing where it comes to medical, you're going to pay for that out your own pocket. I'm not going to talk on that too much. If you got any questions or comments on that, go to your state's legislators. They're the ones who made this law, not me. So if you want to complain, cry about it or whatever, go talk to them about that. Get involved. Get involved. Okay. And right now, I just want to say, just based on something, a close person to me had experienced a situation this week, which resulted in a young teen's death. And I want to say, we got to look out for our youth. We really do. And with September being Suicide Awareness Month, I mean, this really hits home. You know, Parents, we got to step up, do whatever we can do. Now, I'm not blaming y'all or anything. Let me get that straight before I even get started because I don't want nobody thinking that. I'm just saying we got to try to be more involved in our kids' life, more visual, you know, more in depth with what they're doing. You know, we got to really see what's going on with them, talk to them, get them to open up. I know it's hard, with the lives that we live in. A lot of us working, trying to survive. You got other kids, you got, two jobs you're working, or just whatever, you know. But there's a breakdown because these kids are taking their lives. It's been going on since the beginning of time. But, you know, you got to be able to do something about it, try to intervene, and even you got people of age, people around my age, and I'm thinking, hey, everything's okay, they're good, and then come to find out, a person, you know, shot themselves, killed themselves, took their own lives. You know, depression is something else that can come on to anybody. It can happen to anybody, but people need to be aware that they have options. Death is not the only option. I've been in a situation. I know I've been hurt a lot of times. I've been through a lot myself. You know, I've been on the verge of depression myself too, so I can talk about it. This ain't something I just saw on TV. You know, at one point in my life, I was suffering. I was going through a lot. Just like everybody else. I'm not the only one. You know, but it's the way I handled that situation and brought myself out. With a lot of prayer, a lot of self help, you can do it. You know, reach out to somebody. You know, you can't do it all by yourself. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to, hey, be in prayer for those people that's been affected by this. Um, y'all, we got to do better as parents, as brothers and sisters, as fathers. Fathers step up in these kids' life. You know what I'm saying? You may have issues with the mom, but leave that off to the side. This is about the kids. The kids are our future. The kids are our tomorrow. So we got to do our best to make sure that they survive, make sure that they strive to be, productive in society, to make sure that they be somebody. You know what I mean? And that's it for now, y'all. I'm running out of time, but once again, I just want to thank y'all for listening in. We got another episode that's going to be coming up pretty soon. Thank y'all. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe out there. And until the next time, hey, I got love for y'all. And I'll see y'all real soon. It's just to go down. And also, I got a special episode that you guys are going to like too. It's more what y'all been asking for. I'll put it that way. Y'all are going to love it. But for now, I got to go. Love y'all. Y'all take care. Y'all be blessed. All right. D Jones, Unscripted. And hit the subscribe button too if y'all watching us on YouTube, because we're on YouTube now. So hit that subscribe button, please, and leave your questions, leave your comments, anything you got to say. I appreciate it, and I do check them out. I do read them. I don't just give them to staff and let them take care of it. I respond right to the emails that y'all send. All right. Talk to y'all later. See y'all later. Peace.